You know what? One of the things that I do love about our neighborhood, though? The guy living in the van.
Oh, yeah.
We've humanized him now. Have we spoken about the fact that we've talked to him now?
No, I don't think we've talked about this on the show. So we've talked about, the guy that lives in the van that's in the neighborhood.
Down by the river.
Down by the river, almost.
Literally,
yeah.
Yes.
And so we talked about him on the show, last week. You guys have heard us talk about him. Well, turns out he listens to our show now.
Yes.
And so he actually sent us in an email.
And he is an artist. Like, we were right.
Yeah.
Like, he really is just, like, living off the grid. Okay, can I just say something kind of weird? Well, I'm going to anyway.
I mean,
but,
usually you do,
can't
so
stop
I'm
me.
assuming
I know. So he lives in his van with his girlfriend. They are the best-looking van couple I have ever seen. I haven't seen a lot of van couples, mind you.
Okay, that was my next question. What are you judging against? Like, what are your van couple reference points?
Okay, well, let me just say. So obviously, they're choosing to live off the grid. They do not. They do not own a home. They do not own an apartment. Do not pay utilities. They are living in this van down by the river, and they're very happy doing so. Like, they look like two of the most content people I've ever seen.
True.
Yeah. There's like all sunburned and happy, like, hey, we're taking our home and we're going to go to the bar and get some drinks and then, like park it wherever and have a good night, maybe go see a band. But they are a good-looking couple. Like, seriously, they're like two younger, like good-looking kids who are both artists who are just like hanging out in their van together.
Well, in all fairness, too, he does work, I believe.
No, he does work.
So
he
he's not like living off the welfare or something like that.
No. Like, he has a legitimate job. We know what he does. Like, he works in film, and he's an artist of sorts, and like, he's legit. Yeah. And it's so funny. He just chooses to live in a van.
No, it's a bold move, and I don't know. He's a nice guy. So
I know. I'm sorry. It just looks like, okay. You know what they look like. You know what they look like. They look like somebody who would be playing the part of the van people living outside of our studio if there was a movie about the van people living outside of our studio. Because they look too good looking to be the van people, but they look like they would be the people playing the van people.
I don't know. I mean, you keep saying they look too good looking for that. I don't really know what van people look like. I'm not having a reference point.
You
to
have
this.
never seen a creepy man living in a van.
Okay, yes, I've seen the creepy guy in like the molester van.
Yes, they're okay, and there are creepy people who live in vans.
But that doesn't.
There's stinky hippies who live in vans all over my neighborhood. I'm saying, as far as van dwellers go, these people are pretty good looking. And they're good looking in life, actually. I'm not going to say that they're...
I believe you find them attractive, is what you were
I'm just saying,
at.
All of those... I have so many hippies who live in vans around my apartment, and they're always just stinky, and they're loud, and they have their dogs on strings, and it's just like, it's refreshing to see someone who is, working hard for a living, but just chooses to live off the grid, living in a van.
It is. It's a cool thing.
And that's my story.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Well, yeah, but they are cool. So he's going to be having some kind of a thing going on this weekend.
Yeah, so we might have him on at some point.
Yeah. No, I definitely think we should have the van guy on. I don't even think he should have a name. He should just be van guy.
No, he knows we call him the van guy too. He listened to the show and he's like, "I'm the van guy, huh?" We're like, yes, you are, van guy.
Absolutely, van guy. Cool. No, he was very nice.
What's funny is that he does a lot of stuff on the internet too. So it's like Van Guy is writing us from his van on the internet. Like he wrote to us at funemploymentradio@gmail.com.
He's probably using our internet. I mean, I don't think they have. I don't know. Who knows how it works? I would be curious. I would like to have him on just so we can find out more on exactly how this all works.
I would really be interested.
I'm curious about the logistics factor. That's what I want to know.
About how one
and also the hygienic factor.
I do want to know where he poops.
Why wasn't?
I mean showers.
I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have the van. You're weirdly obsessed with the van guy.
I just love that van.
Yeah.
Because I saw it, before we knew that there was somebody living in it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he does live there with his girlfriend, though.
I know.
So.
And she was very nice.
I'm just saying,
too.
And she was.
I'm not going to try and hit on the van guy.
I'm just saying, the van guy already has somebody riding in the passenger. The passenger seat's taken.
It is spoken for. There are no more cup holders for you.
Wow, I could see you dating somebody who lives in a van.
Oh, thanks, Greg. That's a real.
And that's
You know
not
what?
a knock. That's not a knock on
Thank you,
van
Greg,
guy.
because you know what? That is a very nice, talented artist who lives in that van out there. Thank you for saying that I could date
I
somebody
didn't
in a
mean
van.
the van guy that lives out
No, I'm
here.
saying
I
thank you
mean
for the
like creepy
compliment.
old guy.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
Ah. Nuts. So, yeah, Van Guy. I wonder if Van Guy ever has to deal, since he does live out there, though, not to keep going on about him, but I'm curious if he ever has to deal with the Bats or the TSA.
Maybe he knows about all the secret, really
'Cause-
poorly named gangs in our neighborhood.
Because if he's here all night long, I bet he sees all kinds of, shady stuff going down.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to hear about what happens in this neighborhood at night.
I don't know if I
The
would.
TSA and the Bats are like roaming the streets, like jumping from dumpster to dumpster. Get out of here, Bats! You don't belong! No way, TSA.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how they talk too.
No way, TSA.
No way, TSA. This is our turf.